You saw that look. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The mission of Sunnybrook School District 171 is to maximize student achievement by cultivating critical thinking skills, innovative instructional practices, and a collaborative school, home, and community partnership. So we have on the phone, Pettigrew. Where's she gone? Okay. Hill.
Here.
LaShore.
Here.
Velos Davis.
Here.
Thompson.
Here.
Ambrose is present. Any person wishing to address the board about an item that is on the agenda should do so when the item is up for discussion. Visitor statements will be limited to 2 minutes per person. A total of 30 minutes will be allocated for visitor comments. All comments about items not on the agenda will be held until the visitor statement at the end of the meeting. Items related to personnel issues will be redirected to the appropriate administrator. We're at item F, recommend motion to approve the regular Board of Education meeting minutes of January 23rd, 2023, February expenses and January payroll in the amount of $1,233,583.07 as presented.
Motion.
Who was that, LaShore?
Sure.
Second by Hill?
Yep.
To approve the regular Board of Education meeting minutes, January 23rd, 2023, February expenses, and January payroll in the amount of $1,233,583.07. LaShore?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Velos Davis?
Yes.
Pettigrew?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
Here, I say Hill. Ambrose? Yes. So we are at item G, FOIA requests. Smart Procure requesting any and all purchasing records from 10/3/22 to current date. We have another FOIA request, Illinois Retired Teachers Association, requesting names and email addresses of any certified teachers, administrators, nurses, counselors, etc., who are retiring this year. We have another FOIA request, News Local Labs, requesting employee information, first name, last name, position, department, pay rate, year-to-date gross pay for the years 2020, 2021, and 2022. We're at item H, board reports. Is there anything for this item?
I have a board report.
Okay.
Good evening. I'm just reporting on the fact that we went on 2 different conferences. One was back in November. I just want to bring back just a little bit of what I got from it. And one of the key things that I got from one of my first conferences was a quote that says, "If knowledge is power, information is the currency of potential." And I full-heartedly believe in that. So a couple of things in which I learned when I was at III was, what is the purpose of McKinney-Vento? Vento, I guess you pronounce it. So the McKinney-Vento Act ensures educational rights and protections for homeless children and youth. Various living arrangements meet the McKinney-Vento definition of homeless, thereby qualifying the child or youth are eligible for services under this act. What I've been noticing prior to even going to this particular one, it's epidemic across the country. We have it in our district, we have it everywhere. But this particular one, the neighboring district, and they came up with creative ways on how to help those families. And I know during those times, families feel like they don't have anyone to look to or turn to. But I would like our district to be one of those districts where they feel like we always saying we're Sunnybrook strong, Sunnybrook family, that they understand that we are a family. So one of the clever things that this one district did was that they actually helped the parent become better. They gave her more training. They assisted them with their living. They hooked them up with different services to help them. So that way the child still stayed in the district area and also it saved the district money. Because right now, a lot of districts are paying a lot of money just on straight transportation. It's not helping the families. It's not doing anything but just paying for transportation to come to and from school. So I like the fact that hopefully at Sunnybrook, we can think of creative ways to help our parents and our parents to understand that we are here for them and that everyone, will not treat them bad for their situation. Another one in which I went to was students as a committee for the school board. I thought that was really telling because the students are the ones that are in the building day in, day out. And to have a committee where the students can come together and inform the school boards of their concerns and things they would like to see and where the things where we should be going, I feel like that would be something really good to bring to our district because after all, they're the ones that's in the building 24/7 and then we can get their perspective. We can only go off of our perspective as adults and how we think everything is going, whereas the students may feel totally different. And they may feel like we lack here or we need better here or they like this or whatever. So I thought that was a really good idea. And then another one was, this was all in Illinois, two-way engagement with your community, both reaching out to hearing from your stakeholders. The key thing on this one is this. Everyone has to understand their power. The stakeholders have power. The district has power. But if we work together with the power, we can be so much greater. And it all comes down to communication. Communication and feeling free enough to come and talk to us. Come to these board meetings. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know how you feel that you can help us or we can help you. Okay, and then another one was we ended up going to Cube in December. And we had the honor of seeing Desmond Tutu's daughter. And she had a quote. And the quote that she gave was, "A person is a person because of other people." That's an African proverb. And it makes a lot of sense when you think about it. Because no one knows you unless someone else knows you or recognizes you to make you feel like you're a person. So when she was explaining that and everything, I thought that was something really good to bring back in the sense of understand that everybody is valid, everybody's voice is important, and everybody wants to be looked upon as a person. Another one I had went to that I thought was quite interesting was a district is turning their district more green. So they actually bought these machines where it absorbs the moisture out of the air and turns it to drinking water. I had never heard anything like that. But they said it really cut down on their bills and things like that. So it's just interesting to see the different ways that school districts across the country are making their schools more green. Another one was, I went to a thing about 7 mindsets, which is a comprehensive blueprint. The meaning, happiness, and success, written in a language that is easily understood and more importantly, ready to be applied to your life. That in itself speaks a lot, especially since we have a lot of mental stress on everyone. This has been a very trying time with mental illness and people just being stressful. But this particular program, and which I went to see about, was talking about how to engage everyone, from the teachers, the students, everybody, and give them these tools to where they can be more productive, have a healthier mindset, and things like that. And last but not least, was remembering your why. Why did you get on the school board in the first place? And this one here struck because I have been passionate about this school district from day one when I walked through the door. I joined the PTA, first thing I did. And I actually saw someone in an interview, he said, the guy had a child in private school. He said, do you realize you're paying for 2 schools? When you have your kid in private school, why not make your local school better? So when I heard that, I was like, okay, I got to figure out the way to help my local school be the best that it can be. So my why from day one has always been focused on making sure that these kids in this district get the best they can get. So that's all for my report right now. Thank you for listening. I hope that these little tidbits from what I learned can help, and maybe we can implement or work on or whatever, but I just wanted to give out my little tidbits. Thank you.
Anybody else? No? We're at item I, administrative reports. We're gonna start with Superintendent, Dr. Erica Milhouse-Pettis.
I don't have any
No
in
report.
report for tonight.
Okay, next we'll have Mr. David Schrader.
Good evening.
David.
Let's see, so mostly tonight, just some informational items. Trying to keep you current on latest happenings. And we will start with the first item on the informational, which is the property tax relief grant update. We applied for the property tax relief grant that was presented to the school board on November 21st. And we received a letter from the state that we did not receive the property tax relief grant. They have sort of an order of districts that get that priority based on numerous factors. And this year, the top 33 school districts received the property tax relief grant, and we were number 34. So we'll have to hold our breath, and hopefully this program will continue next year. And of course, at that time, we will apply at that time. So we were so close and very hopeful. It just didn't happen. The next item is a financial informational item. It's just we've completed our recent audit, and I didn't want to release this until the audit came out, but we have our financial profile score, which goes to the state. I'm going to pass those summary page out to you now.
Thank you. That's all right.
So this is a financial profile score. They basically just take it into 4 categories: the fund balance ratio, the revenue, expenditures to ratio, days cash on hand, and then short and long-term borrowing. And once again, we are in the recognition category, which is the highest category that you can achieve. And especially noteworthy is this year we got a 4.0 out of 4.0. So financially, the district is strong, and I was happy to share that information with you. Next is that you should have on your table with the packet is the annual investment report that comes from the Treasurer's Office. And that looks like this year, okay? And what's important to know, I'm just going to give you a quick summary so you know what this is all about, is that the Bloom Township Treasurer's Office serves 18 school entities, mostly school districts, but 18 school entities. And each school district, the cash flow balance in each school district ebbs and flows. There's peak parts in a school year, and there's times when you're really draining into your reserves, and then year to year, they have these cash balance reserves, and of course, you don't want to just leave it and not let it collect interest. So what the Township Treasurer's Office does is they take the collective cash reserves or fund balances from all the various educational entities they represent, and they invest it according to school code Probably what's really important to note is that these are invested in very conservative type of items, CDs, treasury notes, commercial paper, et cetera. These are no fly-by-night stocks and things of that nature. So their investments do follow school code. So the rate of return isn't going to be as high as maybe some other high-profile stocks, but it's also more secure. So the purpose of this report and giving this to you is just so that you see what the investment performance was, and number two, just to provide you a list of the strategies, procedures, policies used by the Treasurer's Office when they invest the fund balances, cash reserves of all the school districts. And then when they earn their interest income, based on your percent of the whole earnings, your percent gets sent back then to the district and then goes into our cash reserves, the interest on that. So that is that. The next item is on February 3rd, we had our ISC4 life safety visit. And so happy to report to you that for the fourth consecutive year, there are no violations at Nathan Hale or Heritage Middle School. Very, very happy. Special congratulations and thank you to all of our staff who go and make sure that their classrooms are safe, and especially the custodians at both Nathan Hale and Heritage, who vigilantly walk around and make sure that the buildings are safe for students and staff. So very, very excited to share with you this life safety report results. Let's see, a little bit more. I gave you some disappointing news with the property tax relief grant, but one of the items that you'll see on, I think it's on M3, is that we were awarded the school maintenance grant of $50,000 that we can use towards these upcoming construction projects that we have. So that was discussed at the October school board meeting, and so that was good news with that. And M4 is the audited statements that you have before you from Baker Tilly. There are two packets that are before you. One is the reporting and insights from the 2022 audit. And then the second booklet here is the financial statements. This has all the information financially for Sunnybrook School District 171 that you could want and read. If you should have any questions on this, please ask. But probably most important is that on page 8 of this reporting and insights from the 2022 audit, you will see on page 8 that there were no findings, no misstatements in the financial statements for which you were presented. So in other words, the audit went very, very well, very, very clean, and things as they have been presented to you throughout the year. So I'm very happy about that. So again, this is a lot of information, and as should you have any questions about anything, please let Dr. Erica and the Superintendent Business Office know. We'd be happy to answer any questions you may have. And let's see, and the last thing that's you're going to see is you see there's a levy abatement resolution that we have. Basically, this is the second year of a program of a law that basically if you had property tax appeals or such of money not collected, they would then take that money and put it on the next year's levy, add it to the existing levy. Last year, we abated that money, and this year that amount is $24,095 based on conditions and so forth, and to help our taxpayers to the best that we can. I recommend that we abate this year's levy, recapture levy as well. And I would be happy to answer any questions you may have on that. That is all I have for this evening. Thank you very, very much for your patience and your time.
Thank you. We have Dr. Lori Orenstrand. Sorry I called y'all out of order this evening.
Perfectly fine. Good evening, Dr. Milhouse Pettis. Good evening, school board. I just have one announcement that we will begin our IAR testing starting March 14th through March 20th at Nathan Hale. And we will have testing on March 21st to March 30th here at Heritage. I'm asking that we make sure all of our students charge their Chromebooks every night before they come to school. Make sure you get a wonderful, great 8 hours of sleep every night, and make sure you wake up and eat a healthy breakfast. If you can't do it at home because you're running late, come to school and we'll make sure you get that healthy breakfast. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Mike McGowan?
No.
Okay, Ms. Cambridge. Principal, Heritage Middle School.
Good day.
Just quickly, I wanted to say thanks to the PTA, for hosting and having Urban's Gateway come to do a performance for our students for Black History Program. We did, Dances of West Africa. It was an amazing assembly. We haven't had an assembly in years, and this was an opportunity for us to just kind of get back into it. But the dancers did awesome. The kids are still talking about it, and so I wanted to make sure I gave them the shout out. We also had our Black Heritage program last week, which was super successful. And so I wanted to say thanks to the Black Heritage Committee who worked really hard, as well as our students. Dr. Pettis, thanks for everything. We had a great time, and I'm looking forward to making it a little bit bigger. Next year, we use the Commons. We're gonna move it over to the gym next year because we had way more people than what we thought, but it turned out to be great. As well as the food that we have from a local vendor in our community, and so Make Hughes. And so I wanted to make sure I shouted it out. Ms. Velos Davis, you mentioned the 7 Mindsets. Dr. Millhouse had me read that book, and I want you. It was awesome. It was an amazing book. So much so we're gonna have our teachers read it as well. And so yeah, according to the 7 Mindsets, everything is possible. You guys have a great day.
Thank you. Mr. Ken, Nathan Hill, Principal Nathan Hill.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Just very briefly, congratulations to Ms. Cambridge and HMS. I know the Black History Program was fantastic. We hope to leave nothing uncovered tomorrow at Nathan Hale as our Black History Program. The theme is empowerment. Our focus is building and strengthening relationships within the community. I think if you come by, you will not be disappointed, so come get yourself some. It should be a wonderful evening, 6 to 8 o'clock. Hope to see you. Have a good night.
Thank you. We are moving to item K, resignations. Recommend motion to approve the resignation of the paraprofessional, Ms. Jasmine Reynolds, by her voluntary abandonment of her employment.
Motion.
Second.
That's a motion by LaShure, second by Velos Davis. Ms. LaShure,
Yes.
Velos Davis,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Ambrose, yes. Hill,
Yes.
Pettigrew.
Yes.
Recommend motion to approve the resignation of the custodian, Mr. Creighton Watt, by his voluntary abandonment of his employment.
Motion. Second.
Okay, that's a motion by LaShure, second by Thompson. Okay. Ms. LaShure,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Velos Davis,
Yes.
Pettigrew,
Yes.
Ambrose, yes. We are at L1, recommend motion to approve the employment of Mr. Jonathan Franks, full-time custodian, salary of $18 per hour, effective February 28th, 2023, as presented.
Motion. Second.
That's a motion by Ms. LaShure, second by Ms. Hill. Ms. LaShure,
Yes.
Ms. Hill,
Yes.
Ms. Pettigrew,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Velos Davis,
Abstain.
and Ambrose is yes. We are at item M1, recommend motion to approve the 2023 summer mowing and fertilizing contract with American Lawn as presented.
Motion. Second.
That's a motion by Ms. Hill, a second by Ms. LaShure. Ms. Hill,
Yes.
Ms. LaShure,
Yes.
Ms. Velos Davis,
Yes.
Pettigrew,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Ambrose is also a yes. Recommend motion to approve the bid from E2 Services for a Wi-Fi 6 upgrade at a cost of $125,624 as presented.
Motion. Second.
So motion by LaShure, second by Hill. Ms. LaShure,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Ambrose is yes. Thompson,
Yes.
Velos Davis,
Yes.
Pettigrew.
Yes.
Recommend motion to accept the school maintenance grant award in the amount of $50,000 as presented.
Motion. Second.
It's a motion by Ms. LaShure and a second by Velos Davis. Ms. LaShure,
Yes.
Velos Davis,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Pettigrew.
Yes.
Ambrose is also a yes. To accept the June 30th, 2022 audited statements as presented.
Motion. Second.
That's a motion by Ms. LaShure, second by Thompson. LaShure,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Velos Davis,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Pettigrew.
Yes.
Ambrose is also a yes. Motion to approve the abatement of levy adjustment amount for 2022 tax levy as presented.
Motion. Second.
That's a motion by Velos Davis, a second by Ms. LaShure. Ms. Velos Davis,
Yes.
LaShure,
Yes.
Pettigrew,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Ambrose is also a yes. To approve the purchase of a John Deere X738 with mower deck and snow blower assemblies in a total amount of $20,149.41 for Nathan Hill as presented.
Motion. Second.
That's a motion by LaShure, second by Hill. Ms. LaShure,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Ambrose, yes. Velos Davis,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Pettigrew.
Yes.
We are at item M7, recommend motion to approve a 5-year contract with Vero Networks to provide a lit fiber connection between Heritage and Nathan Hill at a cost of $1,100 per month per E-rate discounts as presented.
Motion.
Second.
That's a motion by LaShure, second by Velos Davis. Ms. LaShure,
Yes.
Velos Davis,
Yes.
Ambrose is yes. Hill,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Pettigrew.
Yes.
We are at item M8, recommend motion to approve the 2023-2024 ISBE school calendar as presented.
Motion. Second.
Okay, that's a motion by Thompson, second by LaShure. Ms. Thompson,
Yes.
LaShure,
Yes.
Velos Davis,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Pettigrew,
Yes.
Ambrose is yes. Okay, we are at M9, motion to, recommend motion to approve intermittent FMLA for Ms. Malhotra as presented.
Motion.
Second.
That's a motion by Velos Davis, a second by Ms. LaShure. Ms. Velos Davis,
Yes.
LaShure,
Yes.
Ambrose, yes. Hill,
Yes.
Pettigrew,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Recommend motion to approve the minutes of the January 17, 2023 meeting of the ECHO Executive Board Directors as presented.
Motion. Second.
That's a motion by Ms. LaShure, second by Ms. Hill. Ms. LaShure,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Velos Davis,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Pettigrew.
Yes.
Ambrose is also a yes. We are at item N, visitor statements. Visitor statements will be restricted to 2 minutes per person. A total of 30 minutes will be allocated for visitor comments. Statements related to personnel and/or confidential matters will be directed to an appropriate administrator. No comments? We're at item O, recommend motion to go into closed session for the purpose of appointment, compensation, student discipline, performance for dismissal of specific employees of the district.
Motion. Second.
That's a motion by LaShure, second by Hill. All in favor? 6:56. Is there any action after we come back? No. Okay.